Pallets in this area are pretty dense. I guess for now, we're hanging on. Why no? What? There's 3 pallets back to back! Oh my god, and they're not bad pallets either. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. This is a bug, chat. It has to be a bug. There's no way a tile like that has 2 pallets. Pallet, 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 window, pallet, pallet. And then I think another one. We're gonna be renovating this for later, I guess. Chat, no. No, I lost my power again. Alright, I'm very sorry. I'm not gonna play this one out. I'm very sorry. Let's just quit this out. Do the next one. Yeah, it happens when you try to break something and the guard just doesn't spawn. I can't stop her, chat. I got fat shamed as a spirit! Yeah, I never know. Someone's here. Hey! Get his butt! Get his butt! Alright, I guarantee you, oh my, what? What? Bruh, he's following his own path, which was imperfect. Oh my god, that pathfinding is disgustingly bad. How do I do? Chat, I'm gonna drop, so if he chases me. That was a bug a long time ago. Oh my god. That's really good that he finds them faster though. Oh wait, they're trying to heal instead of opening the gate. Why? This guy messed up. This guy literally messed up, I think. Let's see. Let's see. He has hope or something. What is happening? What the heck? What is happening? What? Bro, he outrun him for 24 seconds. Has to be hope, right? If he doesn't have hope, I'm gonna cry. Let's see the Jeff. He didn't have hope. Right, so the knight has come out, solving some issues from the PTB, but also introducing or keeping some older issues. Let's talk about the changes. The most significant one, in my opinion, they nerf his 2 strongest add-ons by a significant amount. 2 add-ons were readjusted slightly, and these 2 that I bring right here on screen are big nerfed in the live release. This, in my opinion, is fine. If you watch our video in the PTB, you will know that these 2 add-ons were absolutely insane. You could see people all the time, anywhere on the map, on command, which is really powerful. And you could also make them scream constantly, which would kick them out of gens with Deadman Switch and so on. Very evil add-ons. They nerfed them, I guess it's fine. Especially when they buff his base power speed. The guards were very slow in the PTB. You could deploy them right next to a Swabber, and the Swabber would just run away and not get spotted. That doesn't happen anymore. Swabbers are now much more... They'll have a much harder time escaping a guard that spawns right next to them. They spawn half a second sooner, extend their detection range to full half a second sooner, and also begin to travel to the Swabber's point and reach it half a second sooner. That is overall pretty good. The banners that the guards leave behind that Swabbers can grab to make them disappear also don't appear nearly as quick, which is also a good thing. But even with these changes, even if we ignore the bugs that currently plague this killer, that make his audio loud, that make his power bug out, that make him move at massive speeds, even if we ignore the new map having a bunch of pallets, which shouldn't be a thing, the guards are still clumsy, they are still slow, they don't have enough utility. The things that set them apart are still very minor, and you don't really get rewarded for using them for their intended purposes. And overall, they just don't feel that great to use. Now, there's a couple things where this killer really excels at. Breaking walls and pallets is amazing. It's either really fast or blocks survivors from using that pallet. So breaking walls and pallets, it works really quick. It's very smooth. That part works great. What most advanced killers do with the knight once they reach a loop, instead of planning out a careful route, they simply tap M2 to spawn a guard on the spot, which immediately envelops the loop to push people away from the loop. This is very similar to Artist's power and very similar to Dredge's anti-loop power, but unlike Artist, who can miss a bird, and unlike Dredge, who can mistime a teleport to his remnant, this killer is much simpler and has far less counterplay. You need to run away. This killer is really good at pushing people away from loops. And then if they have other loops, you're in trouble. And if they don't have other loops, they die, which is a very uninteractive, uninteresting part of his power. And many people are already pointing it out, and I think they are correct. The killer also kicks gens fairly well. However, kicking gens with this killer is a bit of a missed opportunity at times. When you kick a gen with your power, you don't apply any perks, and you don't also apply the 2.5% damage that you normally do with a kick. So many times when you kick a gen, the effect of that is very limited and obviously doesn't synergize with perks. So the gen kicking part could be a bit stronger. At almost anything else, this killer just fails. Trying to go for double hits is extremely difficult. Your guards go away very soon. They are very slow. You don't have collision with the person that you're hunting. So you cannot... This killer is not designed to do double hits. This killer is designed to corral survivors badly and just do one hit. He's also not good at hook camping. If you set up a guard by a hook and someone rescues, the guard goes away. If you set up a guard to just generally patrol and stall an area, that can work out okay. Yes, one survivor will be slightly inconvenienced and they'll have to get the banner or run away for 12 or 20 seconds. But think about it. For that entire duration, you yourself don't have a power. So even though you can stall one survivor with your power for a little bit, unless you're already in a situation where there's one survivor or two survivors dead, or you have a nasty 3-gen, in that scenario, you're just losing time from other survivors elsewhere. And needless to say, the guards are really bad at solo chasing survivors. I understand that they're not meant to solo chase survivors, but even survivors that run badly and do things badly just don't get caught because the average guard just doesn't chase for long enough, or it's not fast enough. They are barely faster, like 2.5% faster than the survivors, and often get stuck and have very clumsy beginning of the chase. I feel really bad. I feel really bad. Honestly, how to fix this is a little bit tricky. How to make it better with just a few number tweaks. Here's my suggestions on how to do exactly that. Alright, so 3 changes to make the night a little bit better. First one, super simple. When you summon a guard and kick a gem with it, that kick applies the 2.5% damage that normal kicks apply. It doesn't apply any perks like Call of Brine or Eruption. It doesn't do that, but it does the 2.5% damage, which it currently does not. This would make kicking gens a little bit better without being oppressive. Number 2. When you send out your spirit form to deploy a guard, survivors can currently see and track your exact location because they see a green spirit form ball going around. I think this ball should become invisible after 1 or 2 seconds. That way, if you do a quick deployment, a quick M2 spam on a loop, survivors can see it and react. But if you try to get a little bit more creative and try to make a crazier route that one of your guards will follow, they actually don't see the whole thing and they have to guess a bit more and react a bit more. And you would be encouraged to do that a little bit more than you are right now. And third change, which is going hand in hand with this one, guards get stronger the longer they've been on a patrol. This means that if you deploy your knight on a loop and it finds a survivor immediately, they would work exactly the same way they do now, which is to say not very good and not very fast. But if they've been on patrol for, let's say, 10 seconds, they are now buffed. If they've been on patrol for a long time, if they find a survivor, they'll get there a second tuner, and maybe they'll run 4, 5, 6% faster than normal. This would make it so that setting up patrols and denying parts of the map would be more risk and reward for you as a killer. Because you could set up a jailer to patrol an area for a long time, and if survivors step there last second, they are now more likely to get hit. And you've been wasting your power, yes, but they could get in trouble. This, I think, would encourage the killer to try to cut one part of the map and then approach from the other. It would encourage the killer to set guards on patrol for areas and then do other things. And it would still let him use his power on short notice on any loops without really buffing it. Because you don't want to buff knights so much that they are super oppressive in the 2v1 scenario. So these changes, I think, are doable, not super hard, and could make things a little bit better. They might not really help with the whole use M2 at loops and watch people run away. Right now, this is maybe the worst aspect of this killer. You might as well just play Clown if you want to just, catch people in loops. But the truth is, this killer is much easier than Clown, it's much easier than Dredge, it's much easier than Artist. You just press M2, and if there's no other loops, the survivor dies. And people don't appreciate that, and I can understand why. But anyway, let me know what you think. And if you have any more fixes, I would love for you to give me the feedback or give it directly to the devs, because I want this killer to be the best it can be. It is a fun concept. Let's see if we can maybe give some constructive criticism and make it work the best it can possibly be. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.